Welcome everybody. In this part, we'll talk about strategic planning for agricultural businesses. In agriculture, a strong vision, mission, and set of core values provide essential direction for farm businesses. The vision describes the long-term aspiration of the farm, what it ultimately wants to become. For example, a farm may envision becoming a regional leader in sustainable vegetable production or a trusted supplier of high-quality dairy products. A powerful vision inspires strategic decisions and motivates everyone involved. The mission defines the farm's purpose and day-to-day activities. It explains what the business does, who it serves, and how it creates value. An agricultural mission might focus on producing healthy food, supporting local markets, protecting natural resources, or providing reliable income for the family. A clear mission helps guide operations, marketing, and resource allocation. Values represent the principles that shape the farm's culture and behavior. Common agricultural values include sustainability, stewardship of the land, animal welfare, innovation, community involvement, and integrity. These values influence how the farm manages resources, interacts with employees and customers, and responds to challenges. Together, vision, mission, and values create a foundation for strategic planning, helping agricultural businesses stay focused, resilient, and aligned as they grow. Setting smart objectives is essential for building a successful and sustainable farm business. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These criteria help farmers design goals that are clear, realistic, and aligned with the long-term vision of the agricultural operation. To begin, a specific objective clearly defines what the farm aims to achieve. Instead of saying increase production, a SMART goal would be increase tomato yield by introducing drip irrigation. This eliminates confusion and gives direction to daily activities. Next, the goal must be measurable. Farm businesses need indicators such as yield per hectare, number of livestock, or revenue per season. Measuring progress allows farmers to track improvements and make timely adjustments. An achievable objective considers available resources, land, labor, equipment, skills, and finances. For example, doubling output in one season may be unrealistic, but increasing yield by 15% through better irrigation or improved seed varieties may be entirely achievable. Achievable goals keep the team motivated and prevent costly failures. The fourth element, relevant, ensures the objective connects to the farm's broader vision. A goal should contribute to profitability, sustainability, and market opportunities. For example, investing in cold storage is relevant for a fruit farm with high post-harvest losses, while it may not be relevant for a grain producer. Finally, every objective must be time-bound. Deadlines keep the farm accountable and allow managers to evaluate performance. A clear timeline, such as achieve a 10% increase in milk production within 6 months, helps schedule tasks, allocate resources, and monitor results. When farm businesses apply the SMART framework, decision-making becomes more structured, risks are better managed, and progress is easier to measure. SMART objectives turn long-term visions into practical action steps, guiding farmers toward greater efficiency, profitability, and resilience. Building competitive advantages in agriculture isn't just about producing more, it's about producing smarter. Let's start with competitive analysis. Farmers need to understand the market forces at play and also study their competitors' strengths and weaknesses. Knowing who else is in the market, what they offer, and how they operate allows agricultural businesses to find opportunities to stand out. It's like scouting the field before the game. You can't win without knowing the competition. Next, think about target markets. Many farms focus on local markets with low margins, but real growth often comes from shifting to high-value export markets. By understanding international demand, quality standards, and pricing, farmers can reach customers willing to pay premium prices for quality produce. This not only increases revenue, but also reduces dependence on crowded local markets. Market segmentation goes hand in hand with targeting the right markets. Rather than trying to sell the same product to everyone, farms can focus on niche segments like organic vegetables, specialty grains, or sustainably produced items. Serving a niche allows farmers to offer unique value, build loyalty, and charge premium prices, giving them a clear competitive edge. Finally, there's value chain awareness. Producing a great crop isn't enough if it doesn't reach consumers effectively. Farmers need to understand how their products move, from processing and packaging to distribution and marketing, and align their operations with the rest of the supply chain. Strong relationships with processors, distributors, and retailers can reduce waste, improve efficiency, and ensure customers get the quality they expect. When you bring all of these together, competitive analysis, smart targeting, niche segmentation, and value chain awareness, you create a strategic advantage. Farms don't just compete, they differentiate themselves, increase profitability, and position themselves for long-term success in a fast-changing global agricultural market. Farm businesses can strengthen their competitive position by using a range of strategic tools. The first is developing a unique selling proposition, or USP. This defines what makes the farm stand out, whether it's superior quality, sustainable production methods, or a distinctive geographic origin. A strong USP helps farmers attract buyers and differentiate themselves in crowded markets. Strategic planning is another essential tool. By creating flexible business plans and regularly using SWOT analysis, farmers can assess their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This allows them to refine their direction, adapt to market changes, and make more informed decisions. Building brand loyalty is equally important. Today's consumers value traceability, food safety, and environmental responsibility. By highlighting these aspects, farmers can turn them into powerful brand strengths that keep customers coming back. Finally, technology can act as a major lever for competitive advantage. Tools such as precision farming, sensors, GPS mapping, and data analytics allow farmers to optimize inputs, reduce waste, improve yields, and gain access to new markets through digital platforms. By combining a strong USP, strategic planning, brand loyalty, and advanced technology, agricultural businesses can build sustainable and lasting competitive advantages. Competing intelligently in agriculture isn't just about working harder, it's about learning from others and applying those lessons strategically. Take competitor analysis, for example. A farm might study how rivals price their crops, distribute products, or brand themselves. By seeing what competitors do well and where they fall short, you can find opportunities to differentiate your business and serve customers better. Next, think about barriers to entry. Every farm has unique advantages, whether it's a well-established distribution network, specialized knowledge of local soils, or economies of scale. By recognizing and leveraging these strengths, you can make it harder for new competitors to enter your market and protect your position. Then there are industry lessons. In mature markets like seed corn, innovation slows and price competition intensifies. Farms that understand this trend can shift strategies, focusing on efficiency, customer relationships, or niche products instead of trying to compete only on innovation. Finally, the success factors matter most. Better customer service, faster delivery, strong cost control, and reliable sales channels can make a big difference. These operational strengths often outweigh product differences and help build loyalty, repeat business, and profitability. By combining competitor insights, leveraging unique advantages, learning from industry trends, and emphasizing core operational strengths, agricultural businesses can truly compete intelligently. It's about being smart, adaptable, and creating lasting value for both the farm and its customers. Strategic positioning is essential for helping agricultural producers navigate profit challenges, strict health regulations, and highly volatile markets. Because farmers are often price takers, selling into markets where prices are set by global supply and demand, they must use strategic positioning to gain any competitive edge they can. One approach is differentiation, where producers stand out through quality, sustainability, origin, or specialty products. For example, offering organic vegetables or grass fed beef allows farmers to escape low commodity prices and reach premium markets. Another approach is cost leadership, which focuses on producing efficiently at the lowest possible cost. In agriculture, this may involve precision farming, optimized input use, or investing in technology that reduces labor and waste. Even small efficiency gains can make a major difference when margins are tight. The focus strategy is also powerful. Instead of trying to serve everyone, farmers can specialize in niche markets, such as heirloom varieties, specialty dairy products, or local farm to table channels. Niche markets often have less competition and more loyal customers. Ultimately, strategic positioning allows producers to adapt their methods to the realities of agriculture. By differentiating, lowering costs, or targeting focused segments, farmers can strengthen resilience, improve profitability, and compete more effectively even in unpredictable markets. In agriculture, two big strategic approaches, differentiation and cost leadership, help farms stay competitive, and each works in very different ways. Let's start with differentiation, which is especially powerful for smaller producers. Imagine a small family farm that grows heirloom tomatoes or raises free range poultry. By focusing on product quality, ethical production, or environmental sustainability, they tap into niche markets where customers gladly pay premium prices. But the real long-term advantage often comes from service differentiation, not just the product itself. Think of a farm that offers personalized delivery, sends weekly field updates to customers, or provides full transparency about how their food is grown. These services create trust and loyalty that competitors can't easily copy. Even if another farm grows a similar tomato, they can't duplicate the relationship, the story, or the personal connection. This is why service differentiation often lasts longer than any product tweak. On the other side, we have cost leadership, which is crucial in a sector where farmers are often price takers. Since they can't control market prices, the best path to profitability is controlling what can be managed: efficiency. Farms achieve cost leadership through strong planning, careful budgeting, and strategic management accounting, tracking costs, identifying waste, and making smarter operational decisions. Operational efficiency might mean optimizing fertilizer use, improving labor scheduling, reducing fuel costs, or investing in tech that streamlines workflows. The goal isn't to produce the cheapest product. It's to produce efficiently enough that the farm stays profitable regardless of price swings. When you put it all together, differentiation helps farms stand out and command premium prices, while cost leadership helps them survive and succeed in tough, competitive markets. Whether a farmer chooses to specialize and tell a compelling story or streamline operations for maximum efficiency, both strategies offer clear and powerful paths to long-term success in agriculture. In agriculture, focus strategies help businesses target a specific market segment rather than trying to serve everyone. For example, a farm may specialize in organic vegetables for health conscious consumers or high yield grains for large food processors. By concentrating on a niche, farms can tailor products, marketing, and services to meet unique customer needs more effectively. Positioning activities complement this strategy by shaping how the farm is perceived in the market. This could include branding as an eco-friendly farm, emphasizing quality and sustainability, or highlighting technological innovation in production. Effective positioning ensures that customers clearly understand the farm's unique strengths, creating loyalty and a competitive edge. Together, focus strategies and strong positioning allow agricultural businesses to stand out, attract the right customers, and operate more efficiently in a crowded market. Strategic planning is absolutely essential for agricultural enterprises today. With markets shifting, technology advancing, and climate conditions becoming less predictable, farms can't afford to simply react. They need to anticipate what's coming next. Strategic planning provides the structure to do exactly that. The first step is recognizing that agricultural businesses must understand what the market wants and forecast future trends. Consumer expectations are constantly evolving. People want higher quality products, more transparency, and, in many cases, sustainably grown food. By keeping an eye on these trends, farms can position themselves to meet demand rather than fall behind it. A structured planning approach helps agricultural businesses define long-term objectives. This means asking critical questions. What do we want the farm to look like in 5 or 10 years? What resources do we need? What challenges might we face? By setting clear goals, farms can make decisions that support growth, resilience, and profitability. Strategic planning also helps evaluate internal capacities, things like labor skills, equipment, financial strength, and production capabilities. At the same time, it encourages farms to consider external pressures, including market prices, regulations, consumer behavior, and environmental change. One of the most useful tools in this process is the SWOT analysis. SWOT allows farms to examine their internal strengths and weaknesses while identifying external opportunities and threats. For example, a farm's strength might be strong soil health or established customer relationships, while a weakness could be outdated machinery or limited labor. Opportunities might include growing demand for specialty crops, and threats could range from new competitors to extreme weather. By using strategic planning frameworks like SWOT and focusing on long-term thinking, agricultural enterprises become better equipped to adapt, innovate, and stay competitive. It shifts farming from day-to-day survival toward proactive, confident decision-making, ensuring farms are ready for whatever the future brings. Let's look at the Oneida County Agricultural Strategic Plan for 2025 to 2030. This plan focuses on 5 main goals: preserving farmland, boosting economic development, promoting agritourism, developing the agricultural workforce, and building climate resilience. To make these goals a reality, the county has outlined several priority projects. These include economic tools to help farmers thrive, apprenticeship programs to train the next generation, hazard mitigation to protect farms from extreme weather, and policies designed to be farm friendly and support sustainable growth. What really stands out is the collaborative approach. Local extension services, planning agencies, and other stakeholders work together to implement the plan. This ensures strategies are flexible, can adapt to changing conditions, and remain effective over time. Overall, the Oneida County Plan shows how a clear framework, practical projects, and teamwork can strengthen agricultural communities. It not only supports farmers economically, but also builds resilience against environmental and market challenges, turning strategic planning into real world impact for the county's agriculture. Leading in agriculture isn't just about making decisions, it's about understanding people, processes, and the future. The 4Ps framework offers a clear way to do this. First is perception. A good leader listens to everyone farmers, consumers, regulators, because each group has unique concerns. Understanding these perspectives helps leaders make decisions that are fair and practical. Next is process. Leadership isn't just about authority. It's about creating inclusive decision making systems that consider workers, the community, and the environment. When processes are transparent and participatory, people trust the outcomes and feel invested. The third P, people, reminds us that farming communities rely on strong relationships. Managing emotions, resolving conflicts, and communicating effectively are critical for keeping teams motivated and cooperative. Finally, projection is about vision. Leaders must clearly communicate where the farm or agricultural community is headed, whether that's sustainability, innovation, or climate resilience. A clear vision inspires action and aligns everyone towards shared goals. By combining perception, process, people, and projection, agricultural leaders can navigate challenges, strengthen community ties, and guide farms toward a sustainable and successful future. Applying strategic frameworks helps farmers plan smarter and grow stronger. Take a dairy farm, for example. Using SWOT analysis, the farmer identifies strengths like high quality milk, but also weaknesses like outdated equipment. Pestle analysis shows upcoming regulations and consumer trends toward organic products. Porter's Five Forces helps understand competition from large producers and the bargaining power of buyers. Finally, a balanced scorecard keeps daily activities, feeding, milking, and marketing, aligned with long term goals like profitability and sustainability. By applying these frameworks, farmers can make informed decisions, reduce risks, and succeed in a competitive and ever changing agricultural market. Evaluating and implementing strategic tools helps farmers make smarter decisions. Take a small organic vegetable farm, for example. The farmer uses SWOT analysis to see strengths like healthy soil and weaknesses like limited labor, and PESTEL analysis to track regulations or market trends. Then comes implementation, using these insights to decide what crops to grow, how to price them, or which technology to invest in. By monitoring results and adjusting as needed, the farm can stay competitive, use resources efficiently, and grow sustainably, even in a changing market. Research in strategic management gives us useful frameworks, but they often need to be adapted for agriculture. One effective approach is the four-stage strategic planning framework: analysis, formulation, implementation, and evaluation. which provides both theory and practical guidance for farms. Creating a representative model of farming businesses, or pars pro toto, helps us apply lessons from one farm to many others, making training and research more effective. Collaboration across disciplines also broadens knowledge, ensuring strategies are relevant and workable in the real world. This way, academic research in agricultural business doesn't just stay in books. It has real societal impact and helps farmers and professionals grow continuously.